experience was very, very deep, and I can honestly say that it was life-changing. It I didn't expect anything like this. I was always drawn to family constellations and I always wanted to try. It never happened for some reason, but I didn't expect this kind of results, because afterwards I felt the effects very strongly on that day, but not only on that day, but for several days after. I don't know when we did it. It was a while ago, but I still feel what happened, and I still come back to that moment many times in different situations in my life. There is something that shifted in the consciousness, and I know I can link it to the constellations, because in different situations I suddenly feel like going back to my old patterns, but then there is this new awareness that tells me like, oh, but you already changed that. You don't have to do the same thing and repeat the same thing over and over again, because now you have this new awareness that kind of leads you to go in a different path and explore different possibilities. And I really feel like so many new possibilities opened for me after that, because my mindset changed, and of course this is what influenced everything, right? So once I changed that, I realized that the possibilities that I was not able to see before, now I can see, so I can go for it. And the other thing is that my and my kind of stress levels went down so much, and suddenly I don't feel so pressurized with the time and responsibilities and the things that I come up with in my head, because again there's this new awareness that stops me from going there and being like "Rah." And even though I live here around the lake and my life technically should be very peaceful and chilled, but it wasn't like that, because I still had a lot of things that would stress me out unnecessarily, and a lot of mind chatter and things that were happening. And now I feel like, oh really, I can do things differently, and the relationship with my mind has changed too. Yeah.
And tell a little bit more about the intergenerational patterns that you were observing in your constellation.
I think the one that was probably the most like obvious for me was the anxiety that was connected to my mom or my female lineage, because when we worked with her and when we tuned into her energy, I suddenly felt like I couldn't breathe properly, and I had so much stuff in my chest and in my head, and everything was like here, all the energy. And it was very clear for me that it comes from there, because I felt it very differently with my dad, because I felt in my belly, I felt it grounding, I felt also heaviness and stuff, but it was a very different experience, and it was very clear for me to see what's happening in my body, because it wasn't just like a little chill or a little something. It was like obvious, so I could link it. And also I know it because I know my parents, I know my family, so of course it didn't surprise me that it happened this way. I felt like a new woman. I already noticed that straight away coming back home. I felt everything started to change around me and in me, and of course it was reflecting. So I felt this new energy, the new mindset, and the new possibilities just opening in front of me as I'm walking back home, and for many, many days after.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tiago. You are amazing, and I am so happy that you are the person that I did the constellations with, because I feel your energy is very special, and the way you can hold the space for it and open the field and be present in it and ask the right questions at the right moment and really guide the experience with so much intuition, it's really a treasure, and I'm very grateful.